Hey guys, it's Tiffany with Mud and Mascara, and it is 2022 Thanksgiving Pie Collaboration. So, and this is hosted by Carrie over at My Table of Three. Make sure that y'all go and subscribe to her channel. She will be doing a giveaway on November 28th at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, okay? So make sure that you go and watch all the videos, leave a legit comment. That way it doesn't get taken away, because YouTube does like to do that. So make sure that you're watching the video and leaving a comment. It's very important. Plus, we really appreciate it. Good or bad, we really appreciate the comments. And hit the like button. If you like the channel, subscribe to them, watch another video. It's that simple. That way the communities are coming together and everybody's working with each other. All right, so we are doing a possum pie.
Possum pie.
It's actually a sweet pie, so I don't have any possum belly in it, I'm sorry. Unfortunately, James, I'm sorry, no possum belly in the pie. All right, so the way I'm gonna do this, because there's 4 different layers. No, the way I'm going to do this is there's 4 different layers, so we're going to do them individually, and then at the end you'll see everything come together. So the first layer is going to be the crust, okay? And you're going to need a 9-inch or 9.5, 9-inch pie plate, and you're going to want to lightly spray this, and we use olive oil and I don't spray away from my sink because my floor is slick. So I've got that in there. And what I have here is a 1/2 cup of melted butter, which is right here. I just went ahead and melted it. You're gonna need 1 cup of flour. It's gonna go in just like so. A 1/4 cup, and I got this recipe off of Pinterest. It's called Spaceships and Laser Beams is the name of the channel. But I thought this pie was really good. So, but you're going to need 1 cup of flour, a 1/4 cup of brown sugar, and I always use dark brown. And you can use light. So, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 3/4 of a cup of pecans, finely chopped up. So what I did was I just took them and put them in my baby ninja and just pulverated them, or however you say that word.
Whack them.
Yep, I whacked them all really good. All right, so I'm just going to just kind of fluff this, and then we're going to add in the butter, because I don't want it to, there. So we're just going to add in the butter here. Just making sure I didn't have any. And then just take a fork and just, mix it together like you normally would. You could use a spoon if you wanted to. You could use your hands if you wanted to, because you're going to have to use your hands to get it in the mold. And you want to make sure that this is very incorporated, because remember, this is flour. This crust is not the graham cracker, your typical graham cracker butter crust. So, oops, I lost a pecan there. I just want to make sure that I got no, because you don't want any dry flour. Ugh. Yeah, that would not be good. Okay. I'm just going to wash my hands again. All right. So now you're going to take your pie plate, just like so, and we're just going to pull this out. And you're just going to want to press this down in here and up the sides. So start from the middle. Makes it a little easier. And this pie it's got 4 layers to it. I've never made this pie before. I'm not a big sweet person. Me and sweets don't get along very well, but every now and then, well, Jamie just made a pie on her channel, and it was made out of fudge rounds. So make sure y'all check her out. It's Life with Jamie and the Boys. So, and we did that one yesterday. So we're gonna have pie for a couple of days for dinner. No, I'm just kidding, not for dinner.
We'll have it for a few desserts.
Yeah.
Till we get sick and tired of it.
Yeah. Yeah, we're just not big sweet eaters. But this would be a killer pie for Thanksgiving. Either one of them would.
Oh yeah.
So.
Yeah, if you're looking for a pie recipe, you know, you'll find one here or on my channel, or on all these other collaborators' channels that are doing pies.
Yeah, there's some awesome pies out there. And this is Carrie's first collab, y'all, at my table of 3. So make sure y'all go show her some love, because collabs are not the easiest thing in the world to do. Okay, they're very time consuming, and it takes a lot to push out content, you know, that people are looking for, especially right now with the holidays going.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So about how thick does the crust need to be?
It needs to be, well, you're going to fill it because it's going to be pretty, you know.
You said about maybe like a half an inch, maybe
Maybe a quarter inch.
Quarter of an inch.
Now this pie does have to go in the oven. I've already preheated my oven to 350, okay? And you can make it as perfect as you want to, or, you know, it's a pie.
Professional chef.
So look at this. There you go. So I got it in there. We're going to put it in the oven at 350 for exactly 15 minutes. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring y'all back, and I'm going to have step 2 laid out. Now step 2 is going to be the cream cheese layer. All right. And this, once we get this out of the oven, it has to completely cool. Okay, so now we're going to work on step 2. I still have 7 minutes left on the pie crust. Now remember, once we get this done, this pie crust has got to cool. So it's going to have to go in the refrigerator for a few minutes, you know, once it cools down, because you don't want to put this cream cheese in there. It's just going to turn to mush, okay? So the second step is 8 ounces of cream cheese, a half a cup of powdered sugar, 2 tablespoons of heavy cream, and a half a teaspoon of vanilla. And hopefully I can get a half in here without spilling it. Now this recipe calls for clear vanilla. I don't have that, so I'm using mine. So my cream cheese is probably going to have a little beige tint to it. But if you want it white, then you want clear vanilla in there. But I'll be fine with it being beige. So the first thing you're going to do is take your mixer and beat this for about 30 or 40. It's 1 block, 8 ounces. 30 or 40 seconds just to get it fluffy and started. I should have got a bigger bowl, but I didn't. So we're going to make do with what I got.
Okay.
Right.
I said it's okay.
All right.
Okay, YouTube.
Notification.
Yes.
Sorry, I should have cut them off. All right. So next we're going to add in a little bit of powder at a time. If not, it's going to poof. You're going to have a white facelift real quick. So. sauce do these. In the video, you'll see it fast forwarded. I'm gonna do a little bit of powder, a little bit of this. We got less than a minute left on our pie, so what I'm gonna do is set this in the refrigerator and keep it cool. And then remember, we've got to let this pie cool down before we start adding layers to it. So I'm gonna bring you back in a few minutes and we're gonna start out, go to number 3, layer number 3 on this possum pie. We'll be back. Okay guys, so now this is going to be the 3rd part of the pie, which is the chocolate layer. And basically what you're doing is making a homemade rich chocolate pudding, all right? And it needs to be done in a pot. So the first thing you're gonna do, well, you're gonna need 1 cup of sugar, a 1/2 cup of cocoa powder. Now I use this cocoa powder. This is my favorite cocoa powder. It's by the Modern Mountain Flour Company. It's very good, it's very rich. 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, 1 3/4 cup of milk, and 3 egg yolks only, kind of beaten up right here, okay? So, what you're gonna do in a pot about this size, you're gonna put your sugar, and I have my eye on medium, but you don't wanna put it on the eye yet. So you're gonna put your sugar in here, your cornstarch, and you're going to need a whisk, 2 of them, and your dark cocoa powder. Now you can use regular cocoa powder. I just like this one. And you're just going to whisk this together like so. Okay, see how dark that is? And it smells so good. So next, we're gonna set this right here. This is still heating up. You don't have to heat it up, but I am. All right, so next what I'm gonna do is take my egg mixture and we wanna whisk it in with the milk, okay? And this is pretty much how you make homemade chocolate pudding, the old-fashioned way. Because this is going to have to go on the stove, and once it comes together, it's got to cool for 4 to 6 hours. And being that it's only 30 degrees outside, and I have no room in the refrigerator because I'm getting ready for Thanksgiving, guess what? We are going to wrap it and put it in my site so that it can cool off pretty quickly outside without freezing. All right, so you want to mix together your eggs and 1 3/4 cup of milk, okay? I'm just gonna set, let me move this because it's gonna fall. All right, so next you are going to whisk in your milk and egg mixture into here without it being on the stove, okay? And I would do it kind of slowly because you're working with this flour powder for the cocoa, and sometimes it's hard to get it to break apart. So just pour it in slow and mix it together. Okay, see there's no powder in there, it's all mixed up, and that's what you want to do. So what it says to do next is over medium to high heat, you're going to continually whisk this for 6 to 7 minutes. until it looks like chocolate pudding. Okay? Now, yeah. So I've got it on medium, and I'm just going to set my timer for about 6 minutes. And just keep whisking it because you don't want it to burn. And it may take a little longer, it may take a little less. It really depends on your stove. We all know this. Everybody has different stoves. Some people are working on electric, some people are on gas. So you just want to keep mixing this so that it doesn't, because you got sugar on the bottom, you don't want it to burn or scorch. Okay? Oh, it's starting to thicken up. Okay. I feel it on the bottom. Yeah. Okay, guys, make sure that you're watching this. The reason why is I just kind of stopped for a minute and realized the bottom of it is thickening up. That's the reason why you gotta stay on top of it and keep stirring it. And it may take a little longer than 6 or 7 minutes, okay? But it needs to turn into a pudding, which it's working on. There it goes. See it starting to thicken up? See that? It's been exactly, see it? It's getting thick like pudding. So I'm going to cut it off and turn my timer off here and just keep stirring it because you guys can thick. Actually, I'm going to pull it off the high. But see, it looks just like pudding. Very thick. I was kind of scared it wasn't going to work. I was like, what am I going to do? But we would have fixed it. The chocolate. This bag of chocolate, y'all, if y'all can get some of this, I'm telling you, it makes a big, big difference. Okay? All right. So I'm going to set this right here to cool off for a minute. I'm going to show y'all. The pie is still a little warm, but this is what it looks like when it comes out of the oven, okay? That smells so good. So good. All right. Next, while that is cooling off, I wish I could see my freezer. I got a 22-pound turkey in this tiny refrigerator thawing out. So, and there is no room in there. All right. So this is our cream cheese mixture. So this layer is going to go first, okay? And all you're doing is putting it in the bottom, okay? Oh yeah, this really is like it.
So if it's got to cool the first 4 to 6 hours, won't it harden?
Yeah, that's what you want it to do. This is going to turn into like a Jello pudding layer on top of this, okay? So what you're going to do with this is make you a thin, all right. So you want it to be even all the way across, that way everybody gets a little bit of everything, okay? And I'm just gonna set this right here because I'm gonna need it for that. So you're just gonna take it and make your first layer. All the way around, and we'll go back and fill in holes. cannot wait to eat this.
Yeah, I can't wait to do mine. Try mine too.
Me.
What?
No.
Bless you. Okay. So it says on here to go ahead and spread your cream cheese mixture evenly. Then on this third step, it says evenly spread over your cheesecake layer, and then put it in the fridge. Okay, so I'm hoping that this is not too hot. We will see.
I don't know. I'd give it a few more minutes to cool down. Because that's going to cook it, ain't it?
I don't
It's too
think
hot.
so. I don't think so. There's no eggs in there though, but I am going to try it. My teeth are probably going to be black.
Come on, let's say it.
That is very good. We'll give Micah, blow this off, Jamie. But it's not as hot as what you think. Like if you put your, woo, that's rich, rich. And I'm telling you, the reason why it's so rich is this. I'm sure it would be great with the
regular cocoa
powder. The regular one would probably be awesome as well, but I just really love that cocoa
You
powder.
want to try it? It's good.
Okay, so the next thing you're gonna do.
Is it good?
Yeah. Micah likes it.
You don't want more?
It's very rich.
Okay.
But this cocoa powder is not sweet. I can say that.
Mm-mm.
It's not
It's not overpowering.
Yeah, sweet.
Like you would think that cocoa powder would be, but it's really not.
All right,
Pretty
so
good.
we're just going to add this next layer on. Just like so. And I didn't want to do that. Okay, so I'm just going to just barely there, thin this out. And I'm telling you, this is dark chocolate.
Yes, it is. It's very good. Like you
Oh
can't
my
even see it in the
gosh.
pot.
Yeah, no,
The-
it's very
It
hard
makes
to see.
it look like the pot is brand new.
So, now what I'm going to do is take this and I'm going to lightly cover it. And I'm going to, like I said, it is absolutely freezing outside. And I'm going to cover it and set it outside to chill because I have absolutely no room in my refrigerator. And once it chills in your refrigerator, you want it to chill for 4 to 6 hours. But this is not going to take that long outside. And so once it gets done, I'll bring you back and we're going to put the final layer on top. Okay? So we will be back in a couple hours. Okay, guys, we're back. The pie has chilled. I actually put it in the freezer because I was being impatient. So it's very cold, okay? So the last and final step is going to be to cover the top with the Cool Whip. And you'll need 1 container of Cool Whip. Not this big, you need the small one. And I should have,
8 ounces.
yeah, like 8 ounces or so. And I think my pie is colder than my Cool Whip at this point. And then Just bring it on around to the edge and make whatever swirlies you want to on it, or designs. All right. So the last piece is chocolate shavings, and I just use the almond bark chocolate that I always have around here all the time. And you could build this up higher if you wanted to. I got plenty more whipped cream, but this is good enough. It's running, it's running. Okay. So, now we're going to, I should have let the Cool Whip be colder, but I'm cutting this because I want to try it. So, maybe. Oh, I should have let it sit a little longer.
You can always redo it.
No, I'm not redoing this pie.
No.
From that video.
I've already done the top. It'll be fine. Let's see. It's pretty runny.
Well, it's just the cool.
All right, let's see what happens, y'all. Oop. I think it's gonna fall apart.
Well, if it does, it's okay. It's all gonna get eaten anyways, right?
Right. I think it's the Cool Whip though.
Probably. The crust seemed pretty
Yeah.
pretty good.
Seems pretty not cut all the way. Let me get a different. Get this out with this one. A little bit more flexible.
Come on, you can do it.
It's gonna break.
Okay, so
Cut it in
take.
half. Make it be small.
There we go. I don't think I had that. This is turning into mush. It's so heavy. It's gonna fall apart.
Well,
Okay, so
you didn't
just-
get to see the layers.
No.
but-
It's just a little runny on top.
That's the Cool Whip.
It's just the
y'all.
Cool Whip.
It's really in there. The layers are in there. It's the Cool Whip was too hot. I don't care. So, make sure that your Cool Whip, that you put it back in there with the Cool Whip on. That way you're cool, or make sure your Cool Whip is cold. But it don't matter, because I'm about to taste this and see what. This is probably going to make me sick.
Yeah. Diabetic coma.
The chocolate in there is so good. I mean, like, really good. But yeah, make sure your Cool Whip is very, very cold. Very cold.
It's almost like a chocolate sundae.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very, very rich.
Very.
That's almost
Very, very rich.
It's very good though. And I do not like pecans, but that is very good.
Yeah, you really can't tell it's got pecans in it on the crust.
Now, if you're allergic to any type of tree nut, do not put pecans in it.
Yeah, don't put any nuts in it at all.
Yeah.
But see, you can see the little. Woo.
Well, mostly you can see the layers right there.
Yeah. It's just the Cool Whip, y'all.
Yeah, it's because we didn't put it back in the refrigerator.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yep.
But either way, Cool Whip is good whether it's frozen, thawed out, or not. So that is very good.
All right, Carrie. I've never made this pie before, but this one's for you. Because if I'm not mistaken, because she was like, I believe when we discussed this pie, I was thinking she said that was her home state pie. Like ours is Georgia pecan or pecan, depending on what side of the Georgia you're on. It's either pecan or pecan. All right, Carrie, thank you so much for inviting me to this collab. I had fun. Y'all need, but make sure that you're subscribed to My Table of Three, Carrie, and yes, please leave me a comment that the Cool Whip should have been colder. All right, guys, love y'all. I'll see y'all on the next video. Make sure you like and subscribe if you like the content.